Hey there, this is Clay, the world's leading breakup coach for high achievers. And in this video, we are going to talk about the 3 most common reasons why people get back together with an ex. Okay, and obviously I'm going to be skipping the not inspiring reasons like I couldn't meet anyone else better or I was lonely or something like that, right? We're going to talk about the positive reasons why people actually get back together with their ex. So the first one is that there is a better connection and empathy between the two people, right? So oftentimes a lot of relationship problems happen when we kind of lose touch with the fact that our partner is a human being, right? Novel idea, right? But we kind of lose touch with this and we start to forget that there are positive reasons, positive intentions behind what it is that they're doing that might get under our skin or annoy us or break our hearts or make us feel betrayed or whatever, right? There are certain reasons. And they probably didn't intend to hurt us or do anything bad like that. They were probably just trying to get their own needs met, and maybe they inadvertently caused us pain or something like that, right? And the more we can stay tuned into this fact that they are a human being, you know, even when they're not hurting us, even when they're just trying to do things with their own life or going about their day, or maybe they don't text us back or something like that, it's probably not due to some nefarious reason like, I'm not going to text you back and you're going to be left sitting there in agony all day long. Like they're probably not thinking about that. They're probably just like, oh, okay, well there's a text message. Oh, but I'm like about to check out at the grocery store. I'll put my phone away and go check out. And then they like forget, or then something comes up, or they're like, oh, gee, you know, I really want to text this person back, but maybe I'm nervous about it too. What do I say, right? There's all kinds of these different things. And so the more we can tune into the fact that our ex is a human being, the more we can connect with them, the more we can have empathy for them. And obviously, the more empathy and the more connection that two people have for one another, the more likely it is that they're going to want to spend more time together and get back together with each other and have a relationship with one another, right? So that is really one of the main reasons why we do teach the advanced relational skills to people who are interested in getting back together with an ex. It's so that you can rebuild the empathy and connection between you and them so that you can kind of restore that relationship. So again, having connection and empathy is the number 1 reason why people get back together with an ex. Now, the number 2 reason why people get back together with an ex is because there's been some kind of positive change that's been made, right? So there could be, an endless number of reasons why somebody might break up with somebody else. And the bottom line is that nobody really wants to walk right back into the same relationship that they walked out of in the first place. They don't want to walk back in with the unemployed boyfriend, or they don't want to go back to the girlfriend who cheats all the time, or whatever it is, right? There are reasons why people leave, and in order for them to want to come back, you have to make sure that whatever condition was in place that caused them to leave in the first place is gone, is resolved, it's somehow improved or better, right? And in a lot of cases, that does tie back to the first thing we talked about, which is the emotional connection. And oftentimes, people break up because there is a lack of that emotional connection, or the emotional connection suffered and it led to other things happening. And so if you can just fix that emotional connection, then it's going to make them want to get back together with the person that they call their ex. But if there's any other sort of thing going on, like if they think that you don't have, your career figured out, or if they're concerned that maybe you have different values or whatever, then you have to really kind of do something to show them that that part of your life is changed or improved, or it's going to be different, so that they know that they are not walking back into the same relationship that they walked out of in the first place, right? So you want to be sure that there is that kind of evidence, demonstrable evidence of permanent change. We talk about demonstrable or demonstrable, if you were my English teacher. Demonstrable evidence of change, right? We don't want it to just be like talking, like, oh yeah, I promise I'm going to get a job, or I promise things are going to be different, I promise I'll be more kind, or like, it's not just about talk. You have to actually walk the walk. So you have to be able to demonstrate this. And when you can demonstrate that there is change, and it's not just talk, it's not just promises, it's not just begging or pleading or anything like that, but when it's actual, concrete, demonstrable, demonstratable, whatever you want to go, English teachers out there, then that is going to show your ex that, hey, something's different. I'm not just going to walk back into this same relationship. It's not going to be the same old game that it was before. Something is going to be different, and I think it's going to be something that's a lot better than it was before. And so that is the second reason why people get back together with an ex, okay? And the third reason, and the final reason that we're going to talk about in this video about why people get back together with an ex, is because they have cleared away the painful history between the two of them. Now, whenever there is a relationship that ends in a breakup, there's usually some kind of painful history, whether it's, somebody said something hurtful, or somebody betrayed somebody else in some way, or some promise was broken, or whatever it is, right? There's usually some kind of lack of trust, or some sort of like hurt emotions and all of that stuff. And so you have to be able to clear that stuff away. And you want to be able to take an honest look. Is there anything that you did in that relationship, anything that happened that maybe you need to apologize for? If there is, then by all means do. Don't go out and apologize just for the sake of apologizing. Don't go out and apologize without knowing what you're going to apologize for. But if there's something very specific that you did that maybe hurt your ex or caused some damage in that relationship, then maybe you do need to apologize for that. And for those of you who are in our course, in our program, be sure to use the Fresh Start template to give you kind of a good starting ground for how you can go ahead and make that apology work, how you can make it like really shine through to your ex so that they get it, so that you can kind of connect it to how they experienced it. And when you do that, it kind of gets them to open up and let go of that pain a whole lot much more effectively than if you would just be like, yeah, sorry. You know what I mean? So again, if you need to, go ahead and apologize for something, but that's not always the like whole picture when it comes to letting go of the past and clearing out the history. Obviously, you need to replace that with a new foundation of better connection, better understanding, etc., which of course ties back to that first thing that we talked about today in terms of making sure that you have a better connection and more empathy towards one another, okay? So in this video, we've talked about the 3 most common positive reasons why people get back together with an ex. Again, this has been Clay Andrews with relationshipinnergame.com. If you'd like more help and more strategies, tips, advice, etc. to help you get back together with your ex, please head on over to our website. It's over at relationshipinnergame.com. You can sign up for our email newsletter over there, and we will share with you a lot of advice and tips and strategies to help you get back together with your ex by doing some of the things we talked about today, like working on the connection, clearing out the past, all of that good stuff, right? So please go ahead and sign up over there if that's something you'd like help with. And also, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. Then help us out by clicking the like button. But again, this has been Clay with relationshipinnergame.com, and I'll talk to you again next time.